Welcome back to the second episode of Zero to Hero for SwiftUI. Now, as you can see, in the first episode, we set up the canvas, we set up our Xcode project, and now we have a complete or a loaded SwiftUI project. On the right side here, we have something called the canvas. Now, the canvas actually allows us to preview anything on the left side, and on the left side, we will be having the code that generates everything on the right side. This is pretty much as if you're running your app in a simulator or as if you're running it on your iPhone, without having to actually compile the project. It does, and it works automatically. Now, in this episode, we are going to learn more about Canvas. We're going to learn more about SwiftUI, and I will be showing you how we can customize or change the text on the left side here and straight away see the changes happen on the right side. Now, let's go ahead, and just to give ourselves more space to work with, we're going to be dismissing those sidebars by clicking on those two top buttons. And now we have our code on the left side and our canvas on the right side here. And let me just zoom out a little bit so that you can see it properly. Now what we are going to be doing is straight away, let's go ahead and change this from saying hello world to something else. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to remove this and I'll say hello David. And as you can see on the right side, as I'm typing, the changes are actually happening straight away. Now I can also put anything I want, like so many exclamation marks, and I can completely remove this and type in something else like welcome to SwiftUI. Now obviously this is not everything. We also can change the font, and this is what we're learning now. To change the font, there is actually multiple ways we can do it. We can click command and then click on text, and we get presented with this menu. Now if we go all the way to the bottom, we can actually go ahead and click on show SwiftUI inspector. And once I click that, we get all these options where we can add different fonts, different alignment. So let's, for example, put it left this alignment. And if I do that, as you can see, it changes. Now I can also add some padding. I can also change the font from being inherited to something like a large title. And as you can see, all of a sudden, the title actually changes. The text does become bigger and it changes straight away. Now, of course, I can change the color. And here I have some basic colors, and I can pick red, for example, and as you can see, it changes to red. Or I can even use a custom, and this will actually launch a color selector for me, which will allow me to change it. Or the other option is to simply select from over here. Let's go ahead, and I want to stick with purple. And obviously the weight, such as bold, italic, heavy, all this stuff, for now we can, let's just pick bold. As you can see, those changes happen straight away. But I want you to take note of something here. Realize that the code that we started with was a little bit different than the code that we are ended up with. And that's because whenever we do any changes, they actually happen through the code. So we have two options of completing their things, either through the inspector, and to do that, you simply click on command, click on text, and you're presented with this menu. So you click on show SwiftUI inspector, you can then change it from here. Or the other option is to actually open this sidebar and click on whatever you want to change, and here you have the inspector again to change it. Not just that, but you can even edit the text directly from here. So let's say something like hello, welcome back, and as you can see, it does change straight away. There is, however, a third step or a third method for you to do changes or for you to apply your code and see it, and that's through simply by typing it. For example, I'm actually going to remove everything we just typed here, and I'm going to do the exact same thing but directly through code. So the first thing I'll do is I'll type in .font, and I'll say large title, and as you can see, now we have the large title. After that, it was purple, so I'm going to say foreground color, and over here we can say .purple, and now it's purple. Now I think from memory it was also bold, so I'll just say bold, and as you can see, now it's the exact same font, it's the exact same colors, it's everything exactly the same as we did it before. So this is actually it for this episode. You learn how to work with Canvas, you learn how to work with your code, and you also learn 3 different ways that you can customize or work with your code. Through the inspector, through the side menu, or directly through the code. Thanks so much for clicking on this video, and I hope you do continue watching the remaining of the videos because this will teach you a lot about SwiftUI and how to create your own apps.